The many business ventures of S&C Plastics rating, +26 plus X7s sat at her desk, with her friend Pop, a little green strainer, resting up against her computer monitor. He spoke, shaking a bit. "So, we actually get a break for once?" Leaning back in her chair, she kicked her legs up on her desk, groaning as she stretched her arms. "Yep. No plastic, no paper, nothing to do but relax." Pop paused for a moment, thinking. "I wonder if I can even sleep. I haven't really tried." "Go ahead, I'm probably going to take a little nap too." She closed her eyes, shifting her body into a comfy position. "Good night, Sevens." Her eyes shot open to see a familiar man burst through the door, the man who had first ordered her to start the plastics business, but he had a chef's hat on. "What?" she sighed. The man pulled a red cherry pie from behind his back, exclaiming, "I have a job for you. S&C Pastries." He shoved the steamy pie into Seven's hands, which she instantly dropped, burned. "Jesus, you could at least wait for it to cool." The man ignored her, instead demanding, "Make it real." As the man ran off, Sevens blinked, staring into space for a moment before looking down at the pie she had dropped on the ground, then at Pop. Will we ever catch a break? As a demo run for their new business, Sevens and Pop ran around Site 87 handing out painstakingly baked homemade brownies. It had taken them hours to get the recipe right, and everyone loved them. But then Sevens saw the man approach once more. She held out the pan of brownies. "Try one, they're good." Instead of taking up her gracious offer, he slapped the pan out of her hands, spreading the now ruined brownies all over the filthy floor. While Sevens was speechless, Pop spoke up, "Whatever was that for?" "Sevens." The man screamed right into her ears, causing her to flinch. "S&C pottery," he exclaimed as he pulled out a small clay pot, shoving it into her hands. As he walked away, Sevens could feel her eye twitch. How does he expect us to do this? Baking, sure, it's easy, but pottery? I can't believe him. Sevens ranted to Pop, who was sat on her desk. "Well, I personally think that it could be kind of fun." The poor old man was interrupted by Sevens, whom continued with her frantic tirade. "Who does he think he is? Just coming in here and demanding me, a head researcher of all people, to do this dumb, trivial grunt work. First it's S&C Plastics, then paper, then pastries, and now pottery? What's next? S&CP, Sevens. Fucking." The man kicked the door down, twirling through it before reciting a short rhyme. "I have a venture just for you. You may just have to start anew so that we earn money and don't grow hungry. Let's start with S&C poetry." Just as quick as he arrived, he turned around to leave. "No," Sevens said. The man paused and turned around with a piercing glare. "What did you just say?" "I said no." The man took a step forwards. "You will follow my S&C procedure or else you will get S&C punished." Sevens chuckled, mocking him. "Why do you keep adding S&C to everything? Because you're an S&C prick?" He took another step forwards. "Get started," he said before walking away. Sevens. "No. Sevens. Just S&C potatoes. Stop it. S&C paints. Stop. S&C piracy. I can't. S&C purgatory. Stop it." Sevens shouted as she woke up in a cold sweat, panting as she realized that she was at her desk. "Did you have a bad dream?" Pop asked, concerned. "No, not just a dream." Sevens stood, her eyes wide as she looked over at the green strainer. "It was a nightmare."